Welcome back to NFTs with Keys. I am Keys. That's Rick. Say hi, Rick.
What's up, guys?
Yeah. So,
As
uh,
always.
so yeah, we had some other stuff kind of lined up, and then I realized something kind of breaking. I mean, it happened in the last 3 hours or a couple hours. The U.S.
Right.
government prosecutors are have charged two men, Ethan Nguyen and Andre Lacuna, uh, uh, with a rug pull scheme from fraud and money laundering. They apparently took $1.1 million away from people uh, from their project called Frosties. I think that's
Frosty,
a great name to be doing a rug pull with, personally.
right? You
Uh,
know,
yeah, so basically what ended up happening is right after the minting was done, which it sold out in an hour. Right after the minting was done, they shut the whole project down, completely, utterly dropping the price of the NFT to almost liquid. It almost became zero. So yeah, it was kind of interesting when I was looking into this because it's not just some like Washington D.C. like lawyer being
right?
like, "Hey, my kid bought this. Screw you." No, the IRS Criminal Investigation Division is involved in it. Homeland Security investigations are involved in it.
The whole country is.
Yeah, and just kind of like Rob was saying earlier, right before we went live, right now is he thinks, and I do agree with him, that this is all just the way the government's going to set precedent for how they're going to go after shady crypto companies or NFT companies, or not companies but projects. I think he's right. I just don't know how this really holds up, um, because technically they got what they paid for, right? Because they all got an NFT. It just was immediately worthless because some of the things that they promised, like I think they promised like 3D versions of the avatars, a video game for the Frosties,
Right.
a whole nother separate lineup of NFTs for it. I think they were even talking about something like staking to get like money back or something. So I don't know where they're going to technically be able to actually come through. And again, this comes down to why you want to be an NFT lawyer. So, like, I totally get
Right,
it.
right. Dude, you know, like all of this stuff, NFT law is going. It seems to be some of the most interesting thing to me now. Like these people are finding all sorts of fun ways to. I'm going to call it game the system right now to make a bunch of money, and it's truly interesting to see the IRS coming after a project, coming after these people that rug pulled this project, right? Because I think you're right. I think this is that show of force. Like, yo, let me show you what Daddy can do really quick, and this is this is a foreshadowing of what we can do, you know. But
Yeah.
this also leads me to believe that there's there are people out there that are going to find more ways to game said system. So I'm excited to see what kind of other fun law things come out. Like seriously, if anyone it happens to find this video in the replay, or like you're watching right now, and like you're in law, let me know. Hit me up in the DM because like NFT law, Rick Rickelson, attorney law.
Yeah, I have to agree. I really want to know. I don't even think it's really possible for them um, to really have a case here, because if there is a case here, then why hasn't it been done with all the other rug pulls? You know what I mean? Like, I mean, and again, maybe they are setting precedent, but I mean, even one of the
Mm-hmm.
creators, the one of the guys, the last name Win or New Win or whatever, he even apologized on Twitter and was like, kind of saying, not saying it's a rug, just that they're going their separate ways, or like they're ending it. So it just kind of seems weird to actually go after these people when I don't see the grounds, considering this has been going on for at least a year that we know of. Um, I'm kind of interested to see how they're going to set that precedent. That also might ruin a lot of NFT companies or NFT projects in general. Think about
True.
think about if me and you want to do a project, and then all of a sudden me and you, for whatever reason, have a falling out and we're not friends anymore and we don't work on the project. What if that happens right after mint? Are we really
Mm,
at fault because we're not friends anymore and we don't want to work together? We're not going to give the money back. why would we? They paid for what they paid for, which is the NFT, the Frosty. It's just there's no utility to it anymore because the project's dead in the water. So, you know, that kind of leads me into the second topic for today is an NFT that has tons of utility, which is Bored Apes. Uh,
Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah, so Escape Plan. I know we mentioned this on the show a while back. There's this group, this EDM group called Escape Plan, and they are just Bored Ape avatars. That's it. Um,
Yep.
Apparently, they have names called Ethan and Zeeth, and both the ETH parts are ETH
Oh yeah,
capitalized. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
But so yeah, so they actually just signed Escape Plan just signed the WME, which is kind of big. It's a Beverly Hills. It's located the the representation. They're located in what's it called? Beverly Hills. Sorry, a little off the mark right now. But yeah, so the guy who's managing them actually refuses to say who they are and to do all this stuff, which when I looked a little bit further into the whole like their whole like backstory, makes me a little like in this day and age, it's a little scary because I'm reading right here. It says that that Ethan and Zeeth are hail from the snow-covered mountains of Sethin Village, India, according to the fictional bio listed on WME's website. And again, they're not gonna say who they actually are, but I feel like if this comes out and this is two white people, there's gonna be some big issues happening real quick. uh,
I mean,
but one thing I did think was kind of funny is that I guess they did come out with some mixtapes or something, and they called them banana mashes.
oh yeah, saw that.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of funny. I don't think this is really huge news. I think we all knew this was going to happen, especially with the hype of Bored Ape, with the commercialization that you can use with the Bored Ape. Um,
Mm,
all this really means is people who hold Bored Apes are now more rich.
that's exactly it. Yeah, if you
Yeah,
hold the board, hey, congratulations. It's gonna be worth more.
yeah,
Good on you.
yeah. I mean, cool. I wish I had one. Wish I would have been there. Nah, I mean it'll happen one day. And something else I thought was interesting. Kind of let's speaking of Eastern, they hail from India. China. So as we know, China has a big problem with NFTs. Um, so essentially, there's a ban. You cannot have NFTs. You cannot sell. Well, you probably have them, but you can't sell them. You can't do anything with them. The companies can't start producing them. Athletes can't do
Yeah,
it.
there's a ban on cryptocurrency, but not on NFT specifically. You just can't sell them for profit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But that's essentially a ban. Let's be honest. Sure, sure. What are you gonna do? Trade it for free, and then someone just gives you money? Like, okay,
Hey,
yeah,
go the Japan route. Here's 1,000 of these steel balls from the machine to the left of me. I'd like my prize, please.
yeah, yeah, exactly. But so it is interesting. So since there is this kind of ban or just a crackdown on NFTs, uh, Alibaba, one of the biggest, I guess, resellers or just sellers in the world, kind of was able to skirt that by kind of just reclassifying them as digital collectibles, which
Right.
I feel is the biggest and most blatantly middle finger to the Chinese Communist Party, and being like, no, 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 we'll play by your rules. We're just gonna call them digital collectibles, and they're artifacts.
Right.
Like,
We're just gonna move this off of mainland, and we're gonna bust out a white paper. We're gonna create something completely new. We're gonna call it artifacts, and are they NFTs? 100% they are, but they're just a little bit more, and that little bit more makes them an artifact, not an NFT.
it's all such a cop out, but the fact that for a fact that they sat around a table for the last like 2 3
Right.
months trying to figure out a way to get around this without getting in trouble and having their whole family disappear by the government. And
Mm,
that's
yeah.
exactly what happened. I mean, Hong Kong it is now China. It's not Hong Kong in its own place anymore. So I don't know, man. It's going to be interesting to see how that one plays out. I'm not really that too invested in it because I think the Chinese government is just in the wrong right there and should just allow their people to make as much money as they want. But that's what happens when you're a communist. Everyone makes the same, except for
True.
supreme leader. But hey, whatever.
But I mean, but chat, hear me out. Hear me out. If you live in a communist country and you love it, just go ahead, throw it in the DM, throw it in the chat. Like, seriously, let us know. I might be mistaken. Communism might be the right way.
No, it's not. Stop. Just stop. I'm more curious that if anyone that's in a communist country, why are you still there and why haven't you come over here? Because I'm pretty sure we're okay with that at this point. So something else happened too. I don't really feel bad for this guy. What's his name? Arthur Chung. Fell for a phishing exploit or hack. I hate calling it a hack.
Phishing.
Hack. So apparently he lost 60 NFTs. He lost some Azukis and I think a couple Clone X's. So we're talking, upwards in like the millions of dollars. I think total it was $1.7 million worth of NFTs was lost during this phishing exploit. I guess we'll go with. I have no remorse for him. I don't feel bad. I do kind of feel bad in the sense that it's like that's $1.7 million you're never gonna get to realize because that's essentially what it is. Is he didn't realize the 1.7, but it was stolen from him essentially. So, but why are you gonna give up your stuff? We all know at this point we're in 2022. Phishing scams have been happening since your grandma was getting emails about a African Nigerian prince back in like 2005. So why are people still falling for this? Like I don't get it.
Right.
I really don't get it.
Right.
That's why I don't really want to spend too much time on that because I don't feel bad for him. But that's still a lot of money,
Not at
man.
all.
That's still a lot of money.
It truly is. Like if you look at his tweet, and this will be the only thing I say about it. If you look at the tweet that he put out about it, and you see the screenshot of how he got taken, bro. Who randomly clicks on you've been given an invitation to a Google Doc? No one does that, especially from someone that you don't know. And if you're high profile like that, no. That's it. That's all I got on that. Don't feel bad.
Yeah, exactly. I don't really feel bad on that either. The only other thing I have today, I don't really. Again, it's not something so much NFT involved, but Sensi. I know it's more. There's basically a group that just tries to make DeFi. It's more of something along the lines
they want it to be NFT involved.
Yeah, no, that's what I was getting at. This would be Sensi is usually something that you might bring up in like your Crypto Bytes pod, whereas it's like it's not really so much something in NFTs, but they're getting into NFTs with their V3. Who knows when the hell that's gonna happen? I don't know. We'll see what happens with that, but it does seem like they kind of want to make NFTs a thing for everyone and create like staking and yield farming with it, which I'm all for. I mean, this is stuff that certain NFT projects have already been doing. I know I think there's a few on like Cardano that are starting to do stuff like that with staking NFTs.
Yep.
I know Sappy Seals have been doing it for a while. I know some other, Ethereum projects that are doing, yield farming or staking. So it's kind of cool to see that a bigger company or a bigger platform is actually trying to push that forward. Especially where it's kind of seeming that NFTs are kind of losing its steam. At least NFTs as we know it at this moment. It used to be so much information, so much about NFTs, but now that NFTs are almost becoming mainstream, it's hard to find the real information out there. The information that we all in the community want to hear, not what someone watching Fox News or MSNBC or ABC or something wants to hear, wants to know. So it's kind of cool to see that because I think that is more directed towards us people in the crypto space. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure how well it's gonna work. I just don't understand how that whole concept. Are you staking? Like, sure, they have their own NFTs, so I'm assuming that's what the whole thing is.
Here's kind of what's going on with that. So currently, right now, what they're doing is they're staking their cryptocurrency, their Sensei, and they lock it in place, right? And it stays locked for 28 days, and they earn a return of sensei, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if they decide to lock it for like another month, this compounds. Okay. With version 3 coming out, what they're doing is they're burning a lot of these tokens, and they're going to make it inflationary, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're removing, like, to give you an idea, like 6 decimal points from it altogether.
Okay.
With this as well, they're still going to allow the staking, but they're going to have NFTs in this, and these NFTs, they're classified as like ultra rare and legendary, like something like that. And holding these NFTs will get you the ability to earn more return on staking your sensei. So that's kind of how this particular the utility of this NFT is going to work. Not only that, they also have ambitions to have the ability to take your sensei and take this NFT and try to use it in a liquidity pool there. So what you'll do is you'll stake your sensei, and it will automatically try to stake in like 10 or 15 pancake swap kind of liquidity pools there, and it'll try to make you money that way. And ultimately the goal is every time you do that, you're going to get another specialized NFT from them, and it's supposed to be worth more than the baseline NFT because it's also a snapshot of how much sensei you had at that time, what your compound interest is. Like it's interesting, and so I'm curious to see how they're going to make that ambition into reality.
Yeah, and it's like, and I totally get that. My thing is, at this point with what they're doing, it makes it sound like the art doesn't matter though.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
You know what I mean? Like they could put out. It could be like your first NFT where it just says ticker AGC and it looks like a 4-year-old.
AGC was here.
Yeah, or AGC was here and it looks like a 4-year-old, wrote it. You know what I mean? Like that could be the NFT. Sorry. But I mean that could be essentially the NFT, and that could generate you a bunch of money. So I'm kind of curious how this will relate. And again, kind of going with that whole I guess little theme there about how NFTs aren't generating the same buzz. A lot of the art is kind of getting washed out with like what's next. I think everyone's moving towards what's next. So it'll be interesting to see, especially with this, if they get like, I don't know, maybe well developed project. Let's say Clone X hops on this and does some stuff with them, or or Bored Apes ends up doing, or the Yuga Labs or Larva Labs or somebody like that ends up making the NFTs themselves. Like, could you imagine if Yuga Labs does the NFT for Sensei or Sensei or however the hell you say it? Like, if they,
you know what? You know who's doing that? Dapper Labs. So, they're in talks with Dapper Labs to do all of that.
That's the wrong move then. That's the wrong move because
they're in talks with Dapper Labs to make NFT.
Well, then that's terrible. That's not going to go well for them because the NFT community already laughs at NBA Top Shots and the NFL one and the UFC strike that just dropped like today or yesterday or something. Like a lot of the real NFT community kind of just laughs at that. I think clearly when you're talking about sports, there's money to be made there, so it will be interesting to see how what Dapper Labs can bring to this type of project. And again, I'm looking forward to just kind of seeing how that plays out and pans out itself. It sounds a little like making money out of nothing, and it sounds like
this is why I call it ambitious.
Yeah, it's super ambitious. That's the right word. We'll go with that word. Super ambitious.
Yes, I'm very, very optimistic these days.
Yeah, so I mean, I think that's it for us today. The only thing I'm gonna leave you guys with before we do our normal, cutouts is if you're gonna rug pull people, be afraid. The U.S. government will come for you.
They coming for you.
They're coming for you. So yeah. Anyways, go follow me on Twitter at NFTswithKEYs. Go follow Rob. Technically, he runs the Twitter, but go follow Argyros Crypto on Twitter. Go like and subscribe. I guess we got a new subscriber. Thank you, and we just hit 5,000 views recently. Like, go us! Woo. So yeah, thank you all, everybody who tunes in. I know it's not many of you at this moment, but one day when we're big, we will remember you, and we will always love you.
All of you.
All five
always
of you.
Love you.
All 5 of you.
Hey, you're not your family. You're family.
Yeah, at that point, you're family. You family. When we make it big, we'll fly you out somewhere. Anyways.
That's right. You're part of the barbecue. You get invited.
Anyways, deuces.